Well, Jason, you got off to a decent start, but then all of a sudden, pretty much first quarter, they went on, I think, 17-0 run, and it was tough to recover. What do you think happened to the defense overall for your team in this game?
Yeah, I think, understanding that, we're going to miss some shots, and we can't let our offense, dictate our defense. And then also the turnovers. Again, right off the bat, we had 3 turnovers that, we didn't get shots, and we've talked about it, here. I understand after game 4, we have to take care of the ball. We have to get shots. And so, our defense, again, kind of got hit there in the first quarter. We knew that they were going to come after us. We had to expect that. And we just couldn't respond, And then we started to get a little rhythm on the offensive end, and our defense picked up. And we just couldn't get it under 10. It kept going to 9, and then it went back up. They would hit a 3. And we just couldn't get it back, under control.
Coach Ian Harrison with Associated Press. Can you just talk about the impact and effect that Norman Powell has had on this series the past couple of games for the Raptors?
Yeah, I think Powell has come in with a lot of energy on both sides of the ball, and they're feeding off of that. He's playing extremely hard, and he's knocking down shots, but he's in there to play defense, and he's playing at a very high level for those guys right now. And when you look at the stat sheet, he's picked them up here in the last couple games, just with his energy and his spirit. And somehow we have to match that. We got to have someone who can match his spirit to give us a chance.
Yeah, Jason, that's right. Just the energy. Do you feel like it's just kind of sagged these last 2 games? Maybe that's because of the turnovers. That's an energy drainer, right? And it just seemed like the team has not had that energy like it had in Game 3.
Yeah, I think one, we're lacking the experience of what's coming. We can talk about it, but we have to go through that process. We have to walk through that door. And for a lot of these guys, they've never seen this. And so you're talking about a team that's been to the Eastern Conference Finals. They've been there. The coach has seen this before. We go down 3-2. You got to go home and protect home and try to come back here and force a Game 7. That's all we can focus on now is Game 6, the first possession, and we got to be hungry and desperate, and hopefully we can do that.
Coach, it seems like they've figured some things out offensively. Tonight they really moved the ball well. DeRozan was making the right reads out of the pick and roll, maybe better than he has earlier in the season, earlier in the series. Do you guys have to adjust now defensively and figure out how to deal with them when they're moving the ball a little bit better?
Yeah, I think one is we got to use our length. We came up with some steals there. I thought Chris did a great job defensively, getting some deflections and some steals. Giannis and Thon, we have to do a better job. They can't throw fastballs. If they're going to throw fastballs against our defense, it's going to put us in harm's way, and that's going to lead to them shooting open threes or re-driving in and finding the open guys. So you give DeRozan and those guys credit. They were moving the ball well tonight.
Eric, Coach, you spoke earlier today about the importance of those swing games, Game 3, Game 5. I know you just touched on it a little bit there, but for an inexperienced team, a young team, do you have to say anything to them going into a Game 6, facing elimination, or is it, as you kind of touch on a bit, just having to experience it and figure it out?
Yeah, I think you can talk about it, but you got to go out there and you got to play, and you got to go through it, and you got to know how it feels to get your ass kicked, right? And that's what happened tonight. And being a young team, we were in that position, in Game 3. And just understand what just took place so that we know what we have to do come Game, 6. Understanding, there's going to be some swings emotionally throughout a series, but who can keep their composure and their discipline, and that's the team that will win, and hopefully we can do that come Thursday.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.